Do me a favor, leave this lobby. Shouldn't even be on here.
It's a girl. Oh my god, I'm like...
Why aren't you back in the kitchen? Kitchen's downstairs.
You shouldn't be playing this game. This game is a boy game.
Allah, you don't need armor, just use your boobies.
Please pee in a cup and send it to me online.
Oh, Grill, can I get your Snapchat?
I think Mercy's not working out for you, dumb cunt. Learn how to fucking play a proper character. 45 hours and you still suck. I guess girls just suck at video games in general, you fucking stupid whore.
Yeah, I'm gonna rape you. Yeah!
You're just looking for some attention, aren't you?
Yo, is that a girl?
Hey, you girl.
You know, it's kind of sad. I think you're the first female I've met in this game besides me. Most won't talk because there's a lot of harassment that goes on in this community.
Go back to the kitchen.
Online gaming can be a harsh environment. Women can be seen as outsiders and get told they shouldn't play video games. I remember quite clearly how I joined a match and talked through my headset. Upon hearing my voice, there was this one guy that started screaming that girls shouldn't play video games, and he started to lose the match on purpose. This angered me to such an extent that I quit gaming for a while, and I started to wonder, was my story comparable to that of other female gamers? Was this just a personal issue? Am I exaggerating or overreacting? Or is this part of a bigger structure? I started doing interviews to find out. Can you guys start with telling a bit about yourself, so your names and what kind of gamer tags you use?
My name's Lynn, and I go by Liveia.
I'm Isa, or Isabella, and I usually go by Socky.
My name is Therese Santo, so my nickname is Santo.
So my name is Selma. My gamer tag is Coldfish. I play all types of games, for example, Overwatch, sometimes Counter-Strike, but we're gonna get to that later, I suppose.
What do you guys think of the term gamer girl?
I always thought it was like a little bit cringy, but like now I don't think it should be.
I don't like the connotation behind it. I don't feel like it is a bad word in itself, but it kind of turned into one. They never use it in a good way.
Probably has some kind of patriarchal power thing behind it. You're not just someone who simply enjoys games. We have to define it by telling you that you're a woman. It's like, nah.
There was like a community of, like e-girls who have sort of taken back the title, but put it in a whole different direction. And I guess like the term e-girl is mostly like appealing to like the male fantasy of what a gamer girl is or what a gamer girl is supposed to be. It's sort of like an aesthetic, like, oh, a gamer girl is supposed to look like this and wear short clothing and like play video games half naked in her room.
I know a lot of people, but use the word like gamer girl as like an empowering symbol.
Hey yo, gamer girl check.
The identity of what a gamer is changing. It's not just teenage boys or older men in basements anymore. Platforms like TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram are filled with female gamers proudly showing off their setups and skills. But despite the changing image, women still seem to be treated differently when playing online. There's still an old-fashioned reputation of gaming being a boys' activity. Female gamers are therefore met with insults, often relating to stereotypes and gender roles. What is your general experience being a female gamer?
I just, like, half an hour ago, I talked to my dad about that because he was like, well, your generation is so open and so nice. Like, have you ever played anything online?
It's just the same type of, like, comments all the time, I think. Like, join a game and you say hi, and then it's suddenly like, oh, go make me a sandwich, go back to the kitchen, whatever.
I think there are, like, two main ways. One of them is like, oh, you're a girl, so you don't know how to play.
People usually would say I suck because I'm a girl, and that's just weird if you've played for 3 hours.
And the other one is like, oh, you're a girl. Tell me more. Do you have a boyfriend? And it's like,
played with my best friend who's a guy. The first thing they asked is if I was his girlfriend, and when I would say no, they would continue being super rude, and I once asked him to say yes to see what they would respond to, and they just shut up. Super sad, right? That they respect his wish to leave me alone, but not mine.
Do you get a lot of remarks based on being a female player?
Every day.
He once said, well, it's kind of, that's just kind of part of the game. And I was like, well, this is kind of sad, right?
A touch from afar.
We need good ultimates now.
Don't push too far, don't push too far.
Communication is a huge part of online gaming. Before and during a match, you talk with your team to discuss strategy, characters, or just to encourage each other. For women, it's a huge obstacle. The moment you talk, you are no longer the anonymous player, you are a girl. This can trigger a lot of responses, both in voice chat and team chat. The harassment starts, and there's a chance you are no longer being taken seriously.
I don't really think that's the problem here.
Shut up, you dumb slut.
In the past or right now, do you talk less in voice chats?
I'm doing really well, then I'll talk quite a lot. Because as a tank player, like, the best thing for me to do is to, like, you know, give my team calls and stuff. So, like, when I'm not doing that, it feels like, you know, I'm missing a part of something that can help me win. Sometimes I don't play great, and if I do use the voice chat, they'll just like straight go for the girl thing. When they like bring in the, you know, just the gender stuff in, it's just like it really gets to you.
If I don't pop off in the first half, I will not speak in voice chat because I know like the harassment will start. I'm used to the like, oh, you're bad or you're throwing. I don't care about that because it's not personal. But when people start bringing in gender, it's suddenly like.
Besides harassment in voice chat, there are certain expectations of women in game. They are presumed to pick female characters, for example, and to choose so-called roles. These roles are types of characters you play and very important for the team's composition. In Overwatch, there's a stereotype that women can only play Mercy, which is a nurse-inspired support hero whose purpose is to heal and boost wounded teammates.
Hey guys, this is a great comp and all, but can we work something out? I can play tank.
Why aren't you playing Mercy? Why are you not playing Mercy?
Instantly did.
A lot of girls play healer because they have lots of fun on it, but also like almost because they're expected to sometimes.
I sometimes even I just picked Mercy and people were like, are you a girl? And I was like, maybe.
It feels safe to pick support for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's like a lot of pressure when you're playing like other roles. So
Yeah.
again, you're like afraid of making mistakes because you're going to get so much hate, and that hate is going to be 90% because you're a woman playing this role.
But it's like, you know, you probably tried out all the roles. The role you like the most is support. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. We don't like the attention, even if it's bad or good. Like,
Yeah,
just treat us as a gamer.
Just as a person.
Like, are you sure you're able to play that? When I said hi in voice chat and my voice was like too high, and they were like, oh my god, it's a female playing a sniper.
What would you do? Continues.
Hey, why are you playing this game?
I know, it's like so much worse than the first one.
Like you would know the difference.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that girls suck at video games.
You're so stupid, why didn't you kill him sooner? You shut up, you little squeaker lady girl.
This is why girls don't play games.
I also feel like there's sort of this stereotype as well that women are bad at gaming. If you are playing bad and then you're also showing that you're a woman, it's like you're sort of reinforcing it. I know, I sort of felt pressured that I had to play well.
It's like if you're playing bad and you talk and they're like, oh, of course, you're a female. And you're like, no, that's not the reason. I'm just bad. It's just that simple.
At least in my opinion, Counter-Strike, if you're a woman who's not super good, like not good enough to shut them up, then you just can't play this game.
Okay.
Well, you're a girl. You gotta repeat it a couple of times for it to go through your head.
And you're actually the first girl who actually beat me.
Yeah? GG's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Why do you think there are so little women in esports? Because I remember I used to watch the Overwatch League as well, and I think only Geguri from like the Shanghai Dragons.
Dragons will be back to fight, but Geguri, she gets de-suited early. Self-destruct fired off, if I'm not mistaken. Oh! Two! Both supports are down now! The Dragons may just open the door and Dia fights the third.
She was like the only girl there. Why do you think there are so little women?
It was always marketed for guys, and it was not seen as a girly thing to do. Because I started early. I know Santos started kind of early also, because our parents are gamers. And I think when we got that head start, we had the chance to actually get good at a game. Most women start later in life. They don't have the same chance as these boys that started at the age of 3.
Veckan nu, så spela safe. Santo, hur går det? Ulta! No!
Like children clothing story, we'll still see girls have pink and the guys have blue. And that's still a thing. And Yeah, with Fortnite quotes on it.
Oh
Yeah, where's my Fortnite backpack then?
Right? Just demonstrating there's a lot of girls who just enjoy gaming, and there's a lot of girls who are really, really good at them. And just, showing that they're there, because it just feels so weird sometimes if you would search for like gamer or an esports team and it's just guys, it just feels like there's no women in gaming.
If you look at like a newer game like Overwatch, okay, you saw only one female. That is still, for me, who grew up with nothing, that is huge.
More women are playing games than ever before. They make up about half of all gamers nowadays. Especially newer games like Overwatch, Valorant and Fortnite have a big female community, with women ranking high in esports as well. And while those odds seem great, the reality is still far from ideal. During my research, I started browsing daily on forums and servers, and every day I read awful stories of what female gamers encountered while playing online. Women scared to speak in voice chat, screenshots of inappropriate messages they received. Because of all this harassment, gender stereotyping and all-round feeling of being unwelcome, the joy of gaming disappears for many women, leaving a lot of female players but one solution.
And how do you guys respond to those remarks if you get them? Do you ignore them, or do you try to have like a comeback to it?
I usually just, end up kind of really angry and start arguing back, which isn't, again, good, because then my gameplay just sucks. I probably should just, mute them, but it feels wrong to just mute them.
I know a couple of friends who trying to get into gaming, and they wanted to be like part of the gang and just talk in voice chat. Because of sexual toxic abuse, they just quit. They didn't feel welcome.
I don't really play Valorant anymore. Immediately was way too much sexism in it, and that they stopped me from playing some games.
And it definitely does affect how I enjoy the game. Like, as soon as someone starts, shouting slurs at me, I'm not going to play as well. And also I'm just annoyed and not having fun anymore. You feel horrible and you just don't play the game anymore.
You're feeling insecure and you're not having fun. So why keep playing at that moment?
Is there one particular thing that stands out?
Just go back to the kitchen or make me a sandwich.
So besides the interview, I also want to show what I'm currently working on. I've designed a series of weapons and stickers based on the comment, go back to the kitchen and make me a sandwich, to reappropriate the insult and reclaim it.
I think that's actually a really cool way to combat toxicity and making it normal and stuff, because cosmetics.
I mean, I would be so excited if they announced something like that.
I don't even play Counter-Strike anymore, but I'd buy that.
I would make my boyfriend use it on his weapon.
Oh my god, please.
That's amazing. And it would be, it would just be a statement to show that you're there and just be like, well, this is not your domain. If you are in a good place to speak up, and especially if you are in a position of strength, for example, a developer that can put out statements, if everyone can encourage each other and speak up for each other, I think that's always a good thing.